Hi, welcome to part 3 of my flea market finds for Saturday, September 20th, 2025. So the next purchase I made, because we're only at the third purchase I made that day, I took a chance on this incredible thing. Unfortunately it doesn't work, but I had to try. This is a Toshiba 4-channel stereo amplifier SB-404S, a quadraphonic Toshiba receiver. I love the buttons because they remind me of the receiver, not this one, but a different receiver my Uncle Rene had when I was a kid in the 70s. I recognize the buttons. So it's missing the speaker switch button on off, but that's the least of its problems. The one thing that's cool is that at least when you turn it on, actually I can see better on this cheap camera that the bulb for this one is probably burnt. It shows a little bit darker, but it's more prominent on my little camera here. But yeah, I've tried a headset, tried to put an input, and you have a constant hum, always the same level. No matter what you do with the knobs, it's always the same volume of hum, no matter which switch you use. So it needs to be recapped. You can easily guess that, which I don't know how to do. So I'm thinking of donating this to some guy at the flea market who searches for stereos and stuff, but I don't remember if he can fix stuff or not. I don't want to throw it out. It's a beautiful thing, but I can't afford to get it recapped all the way from scratch, and finding the missing switch there could be very, very difficult. So it was a $5 gamble. Some people buy more than that on scratch tickets, lottery tickets, so I'd rather buy stuff like that and take a chance. $5, who cares? It was worth that chance. After that useless purchase, I got paid $3 for 6 CDs. Oh yeah. What was annoying about this box is there was a lot of relatively recent CDs, a lot brand new ones, and there's one specific CD I'm looking for that I should have been in that box and wasn't, so it doesn't matter which one it is. One day I'll find it and show it to you. So I got a few CDs, 6 CDs for 50 cents each, sealed. Adamo, well, this one is sealed. Adamo chante Beko, and I did see Adamo in concert in the last few years. And when he sings other people's songs, it's amazing actually, because when I saw him in concert, his encore performance at the end of the song that he added to his show was a cover of La Manique by Georges Ador, and his rendering of it was so touching. It was a highlight of the show for me. So since I love both of them, Adamo and Beko, I was curious to hear this. So sealed 50 cents, a no-brainer for me. This is some rapper called Benji, Tout dans mon lit. So Populicious, Chien sale régal. The only reason I got this is because I remember this guy being a guest on a show by Jean-François Mercier, a TV show. And Jean-François Mercier does the outro on the CD, and just to hear what Jean-François Mercier had to say, I decided to get it just for that. So 50 cents sealed. This is also sealed. It's a thin double CD in a thin cardboard box. Luc Cousineau, two albums, one a 2015 album and a reissue of a 1973 album, which I have. It's amazing that I have this on vinyl, and I found it on vinyl sealed, and now I find the CD sealed. That's really funny, at the same flea market. And on bonus tracks here, 3 added songs: Vive en Amour, his biggest hit, and Comme Tout le Monde is, I would say, his second biggest hit, were added. So 50 cents for this? Yeah, sure, 25 cents per CD. This I didn't need. It's France Gall, Mes Premières Chansons. Collect France Gall stuff. I have all of these tracks already on vinyl and on CD, and I realize it's not even on Philips or Mercury or anything like that. It's on this unknown label, and I realize it's probably one of these guys who releases material when the 50-year copyright rule passed, because this CD is from 2018 and this is 1964 material, so I just got it for the nice little picture, 50 cents. This I just couldn't remember if I have it or not. Now that I think about it, I think I already have it, but for 50 cents I didn't want to take any risk. L'album du Peuple, tome 9. And I probably played it once, but I couldn't remember by reading out the title, so 50 cents. And I wonder if this how this shows up on the outside under the scent was amazing. But anyway, I got it because it's the Black Keys, Turn Blue. I don't know much about them. I know them because of The Simpsons and that cool video they made. Don't need to say more. So yeah, Black Keys CD. I've checked a few seconds of it on YouTube. It sounds like something I will like. I'm looking forward to playing this. So this was fun. $3 for 6 CDs. What did I get after that? Oh yeah, comic duo here, popular in Quebec. They used to be popular, now they split up. Les Grandes Gueules, Complices, le spectacle. Spectacle intégral, mise en scène Lise Dion. I have a box set of theirs, but I wasn't sure if it was the same show, or this would be just the show and the other one something more elaborate, but it turns out it's a totally different thing I have already, so I'm glad I picked this up for $1. Sure, no worries about that. After I got this, going back to living room to show you two more cumbersome things that don't work. Well, one of them I think it works, I just didn't bother checking this out. Some guys were emptying a van. Well, van is the wrong word, une remorque, what's some sort of a remorque word for in English, I forgot to look it up anyway. Some vehicle full of stuff, and they kept saying $1, $1, everything $1, whatever it was, $1, and I was looking at this, and I started looking at it. It was filthy. I cleaned it, and you could tell it was in a shed. And as I was looking at it, he kept saying, "Oh, it's $1. It's almost free." And I said, "Damn, just for one part, it's worth $1." So, and then I saw this, and I added this, $1. So let's start with this. This is a tuner, a Toshiba tuner, stereo tuner model ST335. I think it works. It's beautiful. It's pretty. This is what a tuner should look like. A big, heavy knob that swings. And you can see just there's no antenna plugged in, and you have the signal moving on. No buttons there. So $1. It makes me laugh. $1. So this is a Sony 3-speed, but only 2-head reel-to-reel recorder. It needs repairs, some hours to be spent on this thing. However, I have some hope that I could perhaps, if I find the time, get it work. Because and the straps, the belts are working. It's probably a part that needs lubrication, because my TC630 had many years ago had the same issue. What's really cool is that it was missing a little cap there, but I found it when I opened it up completely. It fell out of the speaker. I put a piece of tape there so I don't lose it. So it's plugged in. Let's see, and this turned on. Light and recording goes red. It's so cool. And like I said, I was taking this off when the guy said, "Hey, it's only $1," and I said, "Oh, shit, I'm taking it. It doesn't matter if it doesn't work or not, just for the knobs." And I'm gonna show it. Okay, let me put this down for a second. Sorry about this. It was easier last time I took it off. I don't know what's going on. Don't break anything. I can't pause this thing. Oh, there we go. So what's really cool is that although it's only 2 heads instead of 3, like my TC630, this part is identical, and this part is fell off. So just for this part to switch it and put it on my TC630, my $1 was already worth it. Damn, is that rust? Oh my god, it's the first time I see rust on top of the capstan. So when you switch on play, oh, that's interesting. Last time I tested a few days ago, because this video has been shot a little bit later after the purchase date, this didn't even lift all the way up. That's interesting. Okay, this is live. As I'm recording this. I have the 3 speeds here. Okay, it's damn. Oh, I should have tested it with a tape. Now I won't. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so that's really a good surprise. I just saved many hours of oh my goodness, I can't wait to test, but I'll have to wait. I can't do it now. I don't want to start the video all over again, but it didn't go that far last time. It's really a nice surprise. Nice, solid, it's in better shape than I wish I could test it right now, but I don't want to stop the video. Yeah, so to be continued, I guess. Maybe an update in the commentaries eventually to see if it works. But if it does, that would be a score of the year, $1. Sorry, I can't stop laughing. Okay, that's really cool. And test the speakers, I don't care. Okay, that was fun. That cheered me up after the debacle with the quadraphonic thing there. Oh, I just need to press something here so it doesn't turn off. There we go. Okay, copying TV shows on hard drive on DVDs there. Multitasking, I suck at multitasking. After this fun double purchase, I was carrying this back to the car. It was so heavy. $1. $2. So those two things were $1 each. So I paid $2, a toonie, and left with those things. Then I found the 8 LPs and these 8 big records and 3 small records for $9. Let's start with the small ones. Some sleeves were empty and mismatched and stuff, so I put some loose records inside these empty sleeves, because I do have this 45, but I've never seen this sleeve. I don't think I have this sleeve. So this is the sleeve for Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie. And there we go. Inside I've put it, I bought this Lost Night Records label, Philadelphia. Let's Stomp by Body Come Stuck. And this side is I Want to Do It. This empty sleeve didn't have the record, but I think I have many either on 45, and wasn't sure if I had the sleeve, so the record was not there. So I said, yeah, that's perfect. So I put this thing. I was curious to play, and I was disappointed. It says Dr. Smile and Traitement numéro 1, treatment number 1, copyright 1973. This side says treatment number 2, numéro 2. Well, it turns out that all they did is change the label of a 60s, mid-60s 45 on the Rusticana label, I think, or is it Click? Anyway, of Gérard Vermette. It's a Laugh record. I already have that Laugh record, so this is Gérard Vermette. Has somebody just reissued it with a different label. This has the record, the proper record inside. I didn't have this. This is Not America, David Bowie and Pat Metheny Group, and the instrumental version on the other side. I might or might not have the 45, but definitely not the picture sleeve. What do I have for the big records here? A 12-inch of New York City vocal and instrumental by Village People, mid-80s, 1985, I think. 12-inch here, Funk Machine, Dance on the Groove and Do the Funk. And same thing on the other side, different version, different thing. This I'm almost sure I have. because the cover rings a bell. I hope I already have it, because actually it's not in such a good shape. It skips at least at one place. Spartacus Triumvirat. Not sure if I pronounced this right. 1975. And this is another one that plays well, thank goodness, and I know I don't have this one. Triumvirat. Old Loves Die Hard. Old Loves Die Hard. I'm thinking of the TC630 that was spinning earlier. I can't wait to test it after I stop this camera. Yeah, so that's probably the best one of the pile. Back to the Future in so-so condition, $1. I said why not, because I wasn't sure what condition my copy was, because I think I already have it. But I think the one I have is a hand-on from my brother who bought the CD, gave me the vinyl record, but he doesn't take good care of his stuff, so can be worse than that one. This I took for, I was curious to try it. Van Halen, Fair Warning. Fleetwood Mac, Mystery to Me. A little bit rough, but playable. The edge there is like, ugh. This was not with its record, so it's the inner sleeve of Goat's Head Soup, the Rolling Stones. It's always useful. And Undercover of the Night, extended version. Rolling Stones, and the stupid damaged cover there that annoys me. The B-side is called Feel On Baby, instrumental. Didn't have time to do my homework and check if this is on this album or not. I have this album. I wonder if Feel On Baby was on the album. No idea yet. Will be surprised later. After I got these records for $9, I got these records I came back to, I saw earlier that morning. And the guy wanted $5 each, and I picked 4, but I didn't feel none of them were worth more than $3 in my own humble opinion, and the condition. This camera won't show the condition. And he said, no, the best I can do is 15 for those 4. And I said, nah, I passed. Much later I came back, made the same offer. He said, nah, 15. So I turned around slowly and said, oh, how much you said? 12? Okay. So okay, thank you. Yay. So 4 records. One bad purchase, because it turns out it's much scratchier than I thought. Sometimes you never get it right all the time. But I thought the little scuffs were very, very, they wouldn't pop too much, but it actually sounds pretty scratchy. So that's unfortunate. But maybe one day I'll find it in better shape, but with a bad cover. This one has a shrink wrap still on it. Claudia Barry, Feel the Fire. I love disco, so yeah, any disco record I don't have already $1 or less. Well, actually this was $3. Keep putting it. But yeah, this is not a Western record. The Supremes and the Four Tops. The Return of the Magnificent Seven, and there are 7 of them. On this side, this is how they're dressed. Somebody bought this back in the day at Discus 297. Brings me back. And that one is the best one of the 4. Oh, I have to remember to fix. I think my anti-skating on the turntable I'm currently using is broken, because it skips easily as soon as it hits some scratch or something. But I can fix, if it is a damage on the groove, I can fix it on this thing with a BSR player. I know how to fix a skipping record. If it's one skip, not if it skips all over, then it's not worth it. But that's the better one of the 4. The Temptations, House Party. I like this. This is very good. I played the whole thing. I loved it. And finally, final purchase. Let's see here. After these. $8 for 8 CDs at $1. It was another type of bottle of scrap and found somewhere. People empty houses, and they bring a truck full of stuff. They dump it, and they more or less know the value of stuff. So sometimes they had some CDs and DVDs and stuff, and I sat in among the pile of stuff and checked a few CDs, and I picked 8 out. And so $1 each, so $8. Gentle Giant. So it looks like their debut album. I have this on vinyl. And believe it or not, I paid even less than $1 for the vinyl record, but that's in the golden days of annual charity bazaars in church bazaars, and those were the days. I made a mistake. I remembered that I do have this on CD already, so I got an extra CD for $1. Gentle Giant Octopus. Green Slade. 2 Green Slade CDs. Didn't know Green Slade. I wanted to try it. I didn't even have time to see what kind of music it is. What's cool is these 2 CDs, only those 2, are from Japan. Well, this camera sucks, so you won't see the Japanese writing, but it just says, it does say made in Japan. 1974, Green Slade, Spyglass Guest, and Time and Tide. This one I'm almost sure I already have. I don't know why I got this. In the Iron Butterfly, In the Gada da Vida. I'm almost sure I have the CD. This I know I don't have. The Ultimate Otis Rating, Rock and Roll Classics in Digital, compilation from 1986. Back then they did CDs properly. And there's 20 tracks, so yeah, of course I was going to get this. Van der Graaf Generator, Pawn Hearts. What year is that album? 1971. And I don't have this on vinyl. I have one or a couple of Van der Graaf LPs that I never had time to play fully yet. Barry White's Greatest Hits, 10 songs, and why not, $1. And that's it for my crazy day, Saturday, September 20. And I was exhausted carrying all that stuff. Spent how much time? Arrived at 6:29 a.m., left at around, I forgot to write the time when I left, between 11:15 and 11:30 a.m. What's sad when I'm there is sometimes I procrastinate, and because I don't feel like leaving the flea market to run my grocery run of the week. Because I know it's going to be full of people in the grocery store, but I'm not going to leave the flea market early because I don't want to. I want to beat the rush at the grocery store. I mean, I'm looking for stuff at the flea market. So, thanks for watching.